galera, como vão vocês? Bora pra mais um vídeo de Alan Wake. Eita, eu esqueci que a sensibilidade é alta. Tá, minha mulher tá aqui.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Essas fotos aí parecem ser, tipo, de ator real, tá ligado? Não... Tá, tem que pegar café, né? Liga a cafeteira. Ah, tá. Ah, tá. Aqui tá a cozinha. Cadê a cafeteira? Isso aqui? É...
Coffee's on.
Coffee's on.
I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Tá, vai até a Alice.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Fechado aqui. Como é que eu vou pra cá? Ah, aqui, né? É bem simples a casa deles.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Ela realmente tem medo do escuro.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Ok, eu nem vi a página do manuscrito, mas vai dar pra ler. Ela não vai sair correndo, né? Não é possível.
It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Ok. Dias atuais.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Eu achei que eu tinha terminado o primeiro episódio, não terminei não.
If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Deixa eu ver a página do manuscrito. A parada brusca.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Ok. Ah não, eu terminei o episódio 1, tô no episódio 2 já, agora que eu vi.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Quem que tá lendo isso, mano? Viu, hein? Nossa, você não pode dar um... Você não pode dar um pá no mouse assim do nada, não, que ele dá um 360 aqui.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll
Tem
come
que falar com a mulher, né? Deixa eu só ver se tem alguma coisa. Ah, tem, claro que tem. Aqui não deve ter como entrar na área das celas. Nem quero entrar, hein? Aqui também não...
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Final
That
do
was Cynthia
corredor.
Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
Pra cá? Opa, leu o quê? Você viu esse homem desaparecido desde 20 de junho de 2007? Caramba! Características: usa truques para ganhar os concursos. Tá bom.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr. Wake,
Peak.
can I help you with anything?
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get
Tem uma
there
página de
yourself
manuscrito que eu
over
nem
here.
vi. Não sei se ela já estava aqui antes. Vá ao estacionamento dos fundos. Eu tenho que passar pelas celas? Tem outra página de manuscrito aqui. Eu vou ler já. Melhor, eu vou ler agora, foda-se. A presença escura na
In
cafeteria.
spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Tá, e a outra. Alice viu uma
Alice looked through
sombra.
the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Ok.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Ok. Examine o carro abandonado. Mas, oxe. Como é que eu... Dá pra pular aqui?
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Eu passo pra lá, velho. Ah, tem um buraco aqui. Dar um pontapé. Porra! Caralho! Que isso? Vou pegar isso aqui.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Tá, deixa eu ler isso aqui. Wake in Lovers
The kidnapper
Peak.
fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Eu não sei se essas coisas que eu pego no manuscrito, não sei se vai acontecer ainda.
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Vou voltar lá pra dentro. Sai da delegacia.
A
Eita,
writer is a
caralho.
light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Caralho, solta a fumaça da televisão, tá doido?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their reason.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman.
Ah,
I'd
esse
like
é o
to
Dr.
invite you to
Hartman.
stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Eita!
Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Ah, o Barry chegou.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Por que ele bateu no doutor,
What the
velho?
hell was that about, Al?
Ele tá suspeitando que o doutor pegou a Alice?
That thing with the paparazzi? I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Tá bom, né?
I
Esse jogo
had
tem
to talk to
muita
someone. I
cutscene,
told
velho.
Barry
Porra.
everything. He thought I was
Muita
certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Ok, vamos dar uma explorada aqui, tem uma garrafa aqui. Essa garrafa é só colecionável mesmo, né? Não sei se abre alguma coisa. Tem aqui. Não dá pra abrir. Não sei se abre alguma coisa quando eu pego essas garrafas. Calma aí, Barry, que eu vou dar uma explorada aqui, se não se importa. Eita, pô. Dá pra entrar aqui? Não. Também não. Tá, provavelmente dá pra ir lá fora. Tem um brother lá fora que eu já vi. Esse cara.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Tá na mesa atrás do esqueleto de mamute.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Esqueleto de um mamute de Colômbia. Estima-se que esse exemplar tenha 14 mil anos e foi encontrado em La Brea Tar Pits em 1981. Foi doado ao Parque Nacional de Elderwood em 1998, quando o mamute de Colômbia se tornou o fóssil oficial do estado de Washington. Foi batizado de Charles Dentes Largos e agora é o mascote oficial do parque. Tá, ok, eu acho que o formulário é isso aqui, ó. É isso aqui mesmo. Eu tinha visto isso aqui antes, estava muito chamativo. Leve o formulário pro Rusty. Tá bom. Aí.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Ok. Falou, cara.
Just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Ok, vambora. Muita cutscene, velho. Muito diálogo, tá ligado? Mas é bom que você entende a história, pelo menos.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Tá ruim, meu querido. Tá ruim. Tem aqui embaixo. Garrafa de vinho ali. Ó, bateria. Zerou tudo, né? Tudo que eu tinha, provavelmente. Deixa eu ver, tocar a arma ainda. Não tocar a arma ainda. Porta da frente aqui não deve dar pra sair por ela. Apertar que eu tô. Vamos desligar a luz. Legal. Vamos. Embora então.
Here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Ok. Vou pegar essa página aqui. Vamos ler. Barry duvida da sanidade de Wake.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Ok. Vamos ver se dentro. Não tem. Vou ter que usar o carro.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Vixe, já tem uma lâmpada. Caralho, velho. Porra, é isso? Dá pra entrar aqui? Ih, pior que dá. Tem um rádio aqui só.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Agora eu tô com a arma de novo. Só com uma.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Beleza. Ah, tem luz, eu não sabia que tinha luz. Ô, cara. Coisa atrás da casa. Não. Vambora. Uma coisa aqui. Tá bom. Não tem nada aqui. Vambora. Isso. Ah, tá. Apagou o poste. Mais uma casa aqui. Ah, cara. Tá bom. Televisão.
Crime and punishment.
Ok, programa de novo. Eu não vou ficar assistindo esse programa não, velho. Nada. Vou abrir aqui, não. Não vou ficar assistindo esse programa não, velho. Demora pra caralho. Eu sei que tem uma conquista pra assistir essa televisão aí. Mas eu não vou ficar assistindo isso não, velho. Telefone funciona? Não. Um carro aqui. Uma página de manuscrito. Vamos ler. Rusty morrendo.
Was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Ok. Deixa eu ver aqui. Tem como subir aqui. Tem outra página de manuscrito. Puta merda, hein? Nossa, lá na última.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Ok. Não dá pra cortar caminho aqui, né? Vamos descer normal mesmo. Área de queda de pedras.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Caralho!
Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Calma. Chegando aí.
Can you hear me? Anyone? Please help! Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please. Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Ok.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had
O
happened.
cachorro tá preso aqui. Acenda as luzes. Ok. Não sei se vai ter como acender
The
alguma
only way
coisa
to make
aqui,
sure
não.
that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Deixa eu ler isso aqui. Rusty é atacado pela presença escura.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Tá ok, então ele vai morrer, né? Oxe, mas como assim? Eita, caramba. Entrar aqui. Pera aí, deixa eu pegar essa página aqui primeiro. Vai saber o que vai acontecer depois. Tá, é ali mesmo, tá vendo? Lá é pro lugar certo. Deixa eu ler isso aqui, muita coisa. Wake alcança um refúgio seguro de luz.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Ok. Ó, dá pra abrir aqui, que eu vi que tem munição aqui dentro. Opa, tem bateria também. Obrigado.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals. It's only permitted for those visitors
Who purchased a park license? Obey
the park ranger's instructions
at all times.
Rusty, no!
Never.
No road closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves
É como se eles realmente ficassem possuídos, né, velho?
Pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet unattended.
É muito difícil ver ele, velho. Caralho.
To remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even you may or even simple berries.
Ai, quase deu. Caramba, não para. Vai. Ah. Eita porra. Tá, tinha alguma coisa a mais aqui fora? Ai, ai, ai. Ai, caralho. Bom desse jogo que não precisa ter uma mira, tipo, não precisa ter uma mira, não, tipo, você não precisa mirar exatamente, tipo, perfeitamente, tá ligado? Ele mira, ele meio que mira pra você, sozinho. Carai! Ele meio que mira pra você, velho. Não precisa você mirar muito. Cara, é forte essa luz aqui. Beleza, tô bem. Não tomei hit.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Ok. Página de manuscrito. Precisa de munição, hein? Precisando, hein? Últimas palavras de Rusty.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens. But she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Ok. Tem um checkpoint aqui. Beleza. Aí aqui deve ter munição, eu espero. Tem. Uma caixa só, mas tem. É, uma caixa me deu 12 balas. Muito bem. Para sua segurança, permaneça na trilha designada. Esse Rick, que não sei o que é, não. Outro checkpoint. Bom. Então é isso aí, galera. Vou dar uma paradinha por aqui. Se você gostou, deixe seu like, se inscreva no canal. E é isso aí. A gente continua no próximo vídeo. Valeu!